This selection is Sweet Tacos with Bob Duncan by Burley Steven Perry. Like and link to the video will be in the description below. Go in second match. So let's into this selection in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on? I'm Bradley Stephen Perry.
And of course, I'm Jason Dull.
Jason has aged quite a bit.
Yeah, it's been some rough years since Good Luck Charlie came down.
So, Eric, or Jason, whichever you want to call him, he and I are going to be cooking. We like to cook together. We've really bonded over cooking. We bonded over it when we were on Good Luck Charlie as well. He used to bring food to set for us. So, kind of actually got me into cooking. And now we want to show you some of the dishes that we like to make.
Something simple, street tacos. Let's do a little carne asada.
He's going to be taking care of the steak. I'm going to be making a street corn. We're going to make a little guacamole. Now, I'm also going to address the elephant in the room, being Eric's height and my height. I am short, but I'm pretty average height, and he is abnormally tall. So it's making it difficult for our cameraman, but...
And it's going to make it easier for me to kick his ass when he cooks better than I do. As you can tell in this professional mag, I've got some flank steak marinating. And so in this is like some lemon juice, some lime juice, some orange juice, a little apple cider vinegar, we got some cilantro, we got some cumin. As a matter of fact, if you want the marinade recipe, send $100
to his OnlyFans.
to my OnlyFans. Why don't we just get to chopping?
I like to start with the guacamole. I think it's the best thing to do first. You can make it perfect because people are going to want it first. You can also throw it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Get it cold because there's nothing grosser to me than warm guacamole.
Warm guacamole.
All right, let's dive in.
I like your OnlyFans idea actually, but you should do one just for food. And
Yeah.
just pictures of like meat marinated.
So my question to that would be, are you going to be naked in it? When did you really kind of start cooking?
I lived off craft dinner in university. My buddy and I would go down to the grocery store and buy them out of craft dinner, and then see how many different ways we could.
Really?
Seriously. I started cooking in earnest when I did a little mini series down in New Orleans, and I had a day off. I took a
New
cooking
Orleans.
class. I sort of fell in love with that, and then the whole Cajun Creole thing became a huge influence. I became a huge fan of Paul Prudhomme. I actually got to go into kitchens of K. Paul. I still do a lot of gumbos, jambalayas.
You make really good jambalaya. He would bring it to set. I remember we used to eat on the roof of the soundstage, and there was just a ladder, probably a 10-foot ladder, that you had to climb up to get to the roof. But he would bring it in a crock pot. One person had to start climbing up. It was usually Jason and I. We didn't make Eric do this. One person would climb up the ladder.
Send the young man up.
Yeah, holding like half of the crock pot, and then the other guy would have to keep it level while he was climbing up behind it. And I look back on that at probably 12, 13 years old thinking, man, if that fucking jambalaya spilt on my face, that steaming hot crock pot, I mean, this guy's done.
You know what? Disney had a whole slew of kids lined
Yeah, they're
up
like,
behind you. It'd be an easy replace.
Well, not that you asked, but during COVID, we all had nothing to do, you know, so. I was spending a lot of time at home. My dad had one of those Traegers in the backyard, and I just started playing around with the Traeger. Making ribs.
Everybody else is making goddamn sourdough starters, but you went after the barbecue, so. This avocado is so ripe. I'm not sure whether to cube it or rub it all over my body.
So this guacamole, super simple. Avocado, obviously, tomatoes, onions, lemon, lime juice, tahini, a big old thing of olive oil, and then I put a little bit of agave in there. Stick with the roots of avocado, and it just adds like that nice sweetness to it. Salt, the pepper. Got some guac here for you. How's that looking?
Looks fantastic.
Always throw a little more salt on top, because why not? All right, this is gonna go in the fridge. Now we're gonna do the street corn, baby. I forgot, I have a surprise for the two of you. We'll have a little bit of a 1942. Throw that shit back.
Salud.
Hey,
Salud.
cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm eating chip. All right. Corn in the pan, thing of butter. Get this thing heated. Traditionally, street corn has a little bit of mayonnaise in there, And
Sour cream, yeah.
You have like the spices in it. I really hate cold sauces on warm food. It's a weird thing of mine. When anything I make, even if it's just like a normal sauce, I'll still throw it on a little pan just to heat it up for a minute. Butter in here, and then let's just get this popcorn popping. You're dicing some tomatoes?
Yep.
So I'm gonna make the topping for our street corn. Put a little sour cream in there, a little bit of this cottage cheese. Learning how to say things. A little salt, smoked paprika. Eric knows how much I love smoked paprika. A little bit of cayenne pepper. Cut up another line. This guy was a bouncer.
6-8 months after I got out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a job that I could never literally have in my
Oh, it's the best job.
You imagine me at the door like, it's not gonna happen, sir. I think my corn's just about ready. Why don't you go throw that on?
It's very thin. It's going to take 7 minutes aside. It'll be off in 15.
Also, like a little explanation, why is it that we always use flank steak for tacos?
It's an incredibly flavorful piece of meat. It has fat. It falls apart easy.
I feel like also like that thin piece of steak makes it
Yeah.
easier, because if you were cooking something like a ribeye or so fatty, it would be like one slice of that would be the whole taco.
Yes.
Really... All right, you go cook the damn.
All right,
thing,
God
please.
damn it, I'm going. I'm
Let me
coming.
do this.
This is actually going to take longer to heat up than it is to cook.
Yeah.
All right, this is actually the easiest part of this cook. Medium flame. On goes the steak. Literally no more than 7 minutes aside. We're gonna get the temp to about 130, 140. Slice and eat the son of a bitch. All right, so Mr. Dependable here says about 140, so.
Steak is off. Assemble the corn.
When did you start, when was your, how old were you with your first paid gig?
5.
No kidding,
I
really?
was 5. My mom in the commercial had to come out and like, David, come inside, it's over there, right?
Right.
But at 5 years old, I couldn't comprehend this woman saying the wrong name. They changed my name to Bradley because I was like, that's not my name. Stop fucking calling me
awesome.
David, woman. Also, by the way, for this corn, I'm just adding a little bit of mayonnaise to mix it up. Right, chop that steak, would you?
Yes. The only thing you need to realize is cut against the grain. So in a piece of meat like this, all the grain is running this way. Cut it to a decent size like that, and then just cut across the grain and create little slices. Oh wow, that's really that's really good actually. We got tomatoes, we got avocado, we got a little lime to put over top. Do you have a worst thing I've ever cooked story? Preferably you were cooking for other people?
I was doing a weird kind of duck. Every single thing I made, I burnt the living shit out of it. That was the lowest I think I've ever felt.
I ruined Thanksgiving once. I was just starting to date who would be my future wife, and I was put in charge of the turkey. And I went and I bought one of those green eggs special to cook this turkey. Later, and I brined the bird and I seasoned it all up. Oh, I was being so careful. Oh, it's gonna be so great. I put it in the green egg, close it to cook it,
Green egg.
come back to check on it. My turkey, I don't think
Green
had an
egg.
ounce of meat left on it. It
No way.
was, it looked like a dinosaur fossil when I pulled the
Dinosaur
top
fossil.
off.
Alright, let's show the final product here. Right? Ta-da.
Look at that. Look at you.
There you have it. Street
You go.
tacos, street corn, guacamole, chips, Cholula.
And it couldn't look prettier.
You look good too. So I think I'm going to give a 9.5 out of 10. Yep. I give a 9.5 out of 10. Yep. That was Sweet Tacos with Bob Duncan by Burley Steven Perry. The link to the video will be in the description below. Go in second part and drop a like if you like. And comment down below if you want to see more reaction like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell so you will know for minute below. You know what?